Good morning. This is John from the Springs Mennonite Church. It's good to be with you today. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're seeing God at work in your life. And if you haven't, well, I hope you will, because certainly He wants to walk with us and guide us and protect us. The passage I want to share here this morning is from Jeremiah chapter 17, and it kind of talks about that. Now, Jeremiah is one of the major prophets in the Old Testament, probably second in importance only to Isaiah. And Jeremiah lived during a time when Israel was not walking with God. And he tried and tried and tried to convince them they should turn around and do something different. And that brings us to this passage, Jeremiah 17, and start with verse 5. This is what the Lord says. Cursed are those who put their trust in mere humans, who rely on human strength and turn their hearts away from the Lord. Then verse 7. But blessed are those who trust in the Lord and have the confidence their Lord gives them. They are like trees planted along a riverbank, with roots that reach deep into the water. Such trees are not bothered by the heat or worried by long months of drought. Their leaves stay green, and they never stop producing fruit. Well, you see this call to change and a call to trust in this passage that I read. So let's take a look at it and see if we can figure out something that speaks to us today. He starts out by saying, and it's a strong word, cursed. You know, we don't talk about that much in our world today. We don't believe in spells. We don't believe in, things that would bring shame to successive generations. I don't know that means it doesn't exist. It just means we don't believe in it. Because there are some families who seem to continue down the same road. And you have to kind of wonder if there isn't something going on there. But be that as it may, he says, cursed are those who put their trust in mere humans. They rely on human strength. They turn their hearts away from the Lord. Now let's get down to, as they say, the nitty-gritty. Who do you trust in? Do you trust in yourself primarily? Or do you trust in someone else? Or do you trust in God? Now, there's nothing wrong with being confident. In fact, there's something really wrong with not being confident. There are a lot of things that I can do and I can do well. There are less of them since I got sick, but that'll come back. And God has given me a lot of abilities. In some ways, abilities that others don't have. And they have abilities I don't have. I remember one time, I'm not a mechanic. I don't know squat about engines. And I took this mechanical aptitude test when I was in high school. Sort of a thing to help figure out your future. I scored a 0. I don't know how I could possibly have gotten everything wrong. But evidently I did. That's just not a gift I have. And I sometimes lean too much on my own abilities. Now, as time goes on, I do less and less of that, I hope. But there are many people who are so overconfident, they don't need anybody else. They got themselves. Well, I want to tell you, I need somebody else. I really do. I need the Lord. And perhaps you do too. So it says here, cursed are those who put their trust in mere humans and rely on human strength. Human strength is limited. I remember when I was in school, and I did a lot of it, when I first started, I'd pray, God help me to do the best I could on this upcoming test. And then I decided that was pretty dumb. Maybe the best I could do wasn't very good. And it wasn't what I wanted, a good grade. So I changed that to say, Lord, help me take the test. It's that simple. And after that point, well, I made pretty good grades. But you see, when we rely on ourselves, we're not failures, but we're not the ultimate power, even if we think we are. We are not the ultimate, final example of who can or can't get something done. Now, I know in the political world today, seems like the idea is to just yell at your opponent and call them names. And somehow that makes you a big person. But it really doesn't. I mean, a lot of people seem to think so. So evidently, not everybody agrees with me here. But just to call somebody names, instead of debating what they say, well, that doesn't show strength. And we humans are faulted. We make mistakes. So it goes on here to say, blessed are those who trust in the Lord and have made the Lord their hope and confidence. See, there's an alternative to trusting ourselves. It's trusting God. And the alternative is a lot more sure than the first one. You see, God is in charge. Whether we acknowledge it, whether we admit it, whether we like it, doesn't matter. He is still in charge. And there's nothing you or I or anyone else can do to change that. So if you want to trust in something, go for the sure thing. Don't bet on the outside favorite. You'll lose. Bet on the absolute guarantee here, which says, blessed are those who trust in the Lord. Then he goes on and gives an illustration. He says, they, that's the ones who trust in God, are like trees planted along a riverbank with roots that reach deep into the water. Such trees are not bothered by the drought or worried by long months of drought. Their leaves stay green and they never stop producing fruit. If you've ever tried to grow something, you know that it's got to have water. And it's got to have a constant source of water. And it's got to have it at the moment it needs the water, if you want to have a successful whatever it is you're growing. And this illustration says those who trust in God are like those trees who reach way down deep to get the source. And if they do that, the circumstances don't shake them. What do you think about today? Hope you have a really good day. If you had a need or a concern, let us know. We'll do whatever we can as fast as we can to help meet your need. So until tomorrow, thanks for listening. God bless you.